Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Balls Out Sports Podcast. I'm Remy. This is Jerry, and we're ready to talk sports. Most importantly, we're about to talk about this damn All-Star game. This was the NBA All-Star game that we're talking about. We watched pretty much everything. I didn't catch the first day of events, which was the Rising Stars Challenge. And I actually wasn't familiar with the format until I saw the highlights. But I think it's really cool to have this kind of keep going until a target score type of game. If you're gonna do this little mini tournament format, so yeah, I really like watching that. What's something that perhaps surprised you or that you thought was a good addition to this year's contest that you didn't see in the past?
Like, what you mean? Like any rule changes or just like the format of the game?
Man, just anything out of Rising Stars. Maybe just the fact that a G League team beat a team full of NBA players. You know, just something that surprised you, whether it was with the rules, the outcome, maybe someone who won a contest that you thought
That's
couldn't.
not that like that G League thing. I think people made a bigger deal out of it than it really was. Cause at the end of the day, those are still people who play for money.
Right,
People
all
who
high
are
level.
Yeah, people who are trying to get their name out there. They're trying to be seen. So this is a big platform, like being the All-Star game. It's a lot of people watching. So they're like, all right, these dudes coming out here probably thinking like, okay, we already made it and we happy to be here as All-Stars on All-Star weekend. So we just
Right.
gonna relax. And they came in on some, nah, we gonna show y'all why we should be here.
Mm.
And they hoop.
Yeah, I think it's different when the public tells you, hey, we want you guys to be there. We want you guys to be there. Because then you feel like it's not your fan base you're disappointing. It's literally just all fans. Because those are the guys that put you guys in that position, voted you guys in. You know, actually, probably not for the Rising Stars. That's just the league. You know, you're honored by the league that they saw it fit that you represent your class, whether it be rookie, sophomore, or G League. So yeah, I really liked really just the inclusivity, little just what could we call it, subsidiaries of the NBA, things that have been benefiting from the money of the NBA, earning their own spotlight, so that in the future they can create their own platform, have their own forms of revenue. I mean, this is all good for the WNBA. This is all good for the G League. This is all good for everyone, because for the players themselves, it put them in a spotlight that, if there's someone that you saw, damn, this dude just made a rainbow three over Wembanyama, that's something that a lot of NBA teams wish they had.
Yep. And then they really went out there. They represented too. They competed in the Rising Stars, and then McClung won the dunk contest again. So they got
Deservingly.
some stars over there. Yeah, that dunk contest was disappointing.
Let's abort that right now, because I feel like we both have our opinions on what happened to the dunk contest. Most favorite, least favorite part of the whole contest.
Out of all the
Just everything, whether it was the dunk, reaction from fans, a score from one of the judges, it could be anything. Dunk contest.
Some of the
this
scores,
dunk contest.
some of the scores was, I don't know who they even had judging, bro. Like, why are you here?
I'm one of the guys who's under the belief that if you cannot dunk, you should not be judging a dunk contest. And that goes for whether it's a physical thing that you like physically never have been able to dunk, or it's an age thing where you are no longer capable of dunking. Because if you are too old to dunk, then that means that you have You have not tried some of the newer stuff that has been done by the Vince Carters, the Isaiah Riders, the Paul Georges.
Not even that. It's more complex dunks now than even those like Vince Carter's and the Paul Georges. Like you got dudes going between the legs twice and stuff and throwing lobs to themselves in the air after they already caught a lob.
Right?
It's crazy.
The rider, nobody won a dunk contest doing a dunk in between, just a simple dunk in between the legs until Zach LaVine came along and did it from the free throw line. And someone else came along and did it while going between the legs whilst jumping over someone. You got to add your flair. You got to evolve the dunk.
You got to do is put in 2 arms in the rim. Like,
reverse, the guy who reverse and double honey dips his.
Yes, bro, that was crazy.
Yeah, what's it? Kilgaren?
Jordan, I think it's Jordan Kilgannon or something.
Kilgannon,
like
there we go.
The white dude with the blue hair.
Yes, sir. That's the original ninja.
Yeah, literally. That's what I thought about when I said that. I thought about Ninja.
That's funny. Yeah, multiple freak athletes with blue hair because esports, can't be hating on the esports athletes. They make just as much money as all the other sports.
No cap.
There you go. And someone would argue that the reflexes from a pro gamer are quite a bit faster than the reflexes from a pro basketball player. But that's a discussion for another day. Dunk contest scores a little bit lower for some dunks that I thought had some creativity. Young Toppin, I mean, man, his first dunk, he got robbed. He was given like a 39 or something like that.
What did he do again?
I'll show you on the screen later, but he went over someone and between the legs.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember him like doing a couple of the same dunks that his brother did when he was in the dunk contest. If I'm not mistaken. So that's why I
feel like they were probably practicing those dunks while they were, in high school, and when they were first realizing that they can do some crazy dunks, I'm sure that they were practicing them together.
He did good dunks, but I just wasn't that impressed because we just saw your clone do these a couple years ago or last year.
Right.
We watched the same thing.
Man, they won't even show it to. Oh well, yeah. I'll show you in just a little bit, but yeah, I thought Jaime Jaquez Jr. Was looking good while dunking.
His first dunk was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a better dunk contest than previous years, but Mac McClung is just in a league of his own. To be honest, it's just
he got the creativity and he got the bounce.
Yeah, he for sure has the bounce because he was the shortest participant, I'm pretty sure, in this year and last year's dunk contest, and he won both of them. So, yeah, what I want to see from McClung is, to be honest, I want to see him back in the NBA because it was kind of an anomaly, kind of a first time thing where they had a G League guy come into the NBA dunk contest, simply because he was the reigning champ. But I think he's good enough to stick around in the NBA, in which case they wouldn't even have to make any exceptions for him, and he would just be where he belongs in the All-Star Game weekend, performing where we all know that he's the best performer in the league now.
If he keeps it up with the creativity, he got potential to win it 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bro, because I believe the only person who has won 3. I can't remember. The only person who has won either 3 or 4, which is the most, is Nate Robinson.
How many has MJ won? Only 2?
MJ has 2.
Yeah, I know they was back to back.
And then I think Dwight has a couple, but Nate Robinson's the only one with 3.
Makes sense.
Zach LaVine has 2.
His is just, I feel like his dunks are just more impressive because he's so, was he 5'11"?
Yeah, but he was also jumping. It's like McClung. He has that creativity. And he has the hops because if you're jumping over Dwight Howard, that's straight hops. But when you're doing some of the stuff that he's doing,
Hawkins did a one-hand windmill over Shaq for his first dunk.
Yeah, no, that was there was
copped
some hops on display.
That was tough.
So what was your favorite dunk then?
I think it might be that one.
That one?
That one was nice.
I liked the one
And then McClung's dunk over Shaq
yeah,
too.
where McClung dunked over Shaq.
His winning, I think that was his game-winning dunk.
Yep, that was to shut it all down. What do you think of Jaylen Brown? Because coming into the dunk contest, it was a big talk about bringing all-stars back into the all-star game competitions.
Respect. I respect him for doing it because, you know, players of his people would try and say he's not that good and stuff like that, or he can't go left or whatever, and he robbing the Celtics, but obviously not if he's good enough to be an all-star as many times as he's been. And, you know, he hasn't really
He's the highest paid player in the damn league.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he's not a scrub by any
he
means.
hasn't like accomplished a lot, but he's done. You know, he's been to the finals.
He's made all NBA teams. He's made all NBA defensive teams. He's there.
Exactly. So, respect for having like a bigger name in the NBA do something other than the All-Star game, you know? So, but I just, you know, he probably went out there to have fun. He just didn't bring the creativity, you know? Like, he just had like a little bit of showmanship. He brought out some celebrities and stuff like that. Like,
right.
You know, that's cool. But, you know, I don't think he really had intentions on trying to like win the contest.
We were just that's true. I think he just the fact that he was participating in it, and it's got to be hard as a person who carries the load on your team, having to just literally practice only jumping, which is one of the most tiring things that can cause an injury. But he also didn't help himself when it comes to the dunk. Did you see the one over Kai where he, you know, blocks his eyes with his elbow?
Yes, bro. He did it after he dunked it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he dunks it and then blocks his eyes and almost falls because he can't see where he's landing. Which Gilbert Arenas pointed out. Shout out to him. That was a good catch. But yeah, once I rewatched it, I'm like, damn, like, homie really was just out there strictly for the showmanship. He wasn't really trying to get that dub.
Jaylen Brown did that weak ass Dominique Wilkins dunk.
Yeah, I mean that was a contest winning dunk 40 years ago. Yeah. But not anymore, sadly. But
that's why it just seemed like he was just paying homage to people that are in or from Atlanta. Like, he did the Dominique Wilkins dunk, then
Indiana.
He brought Kai out. Kai's not from Atlanta, but he lives in Atlanta. He's known for being in Atlanta. So,
but why are you talking about Atlanta?
Jaylen Brown is from Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. But the All-Star game's in Indiana.
But I'm saying he was just like paying homage to like Atlanta people with his dunks, and he did a Dominique Wilkins dunk.
Okay,
you feel me?
Who would you want to see in the dunk contest? That's an all-star. Just in the future.
I don't know. None of them are really like. Maybe Donovan Mitchell.
He won it. He won the thing already. Like his rookie year, his sophomore year.
So I think he should be in it again.
I want to see Anthony Edwards.
I
don't think he has the creativity.
Nah, he's more of an in-game dunker.
Right. I think it would end up looking something a little bit like Brown.
Yep. He might bring out Ludacris or something.
But shout out to Jaylen Brown repping Michael Jackson from Gary, Indiana.
But he put the glove on the left hand.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that Jaylen Brown was gonna go up with his right hand and do the Michael Jackson like.
Nah.
But he didn't do none of that. He instead Yeah, jumped over Kai. People want to talk about how he's like, I mean, let's face it, not the tallest person to jump over, and you already make him sit down, which lowers the total height. I know Jaylen Brown can jump high. Like, why do you think? I mean, I don't know how to put this. Don't you think he could have just cleared Kai Cenat standing up?
Yeah, most likely. If he couldn't, I know he could have, bro. I don't know. I guess he was just chilling, bro. He just was there so he didn't get fined. I don't know.
Who's someone you want to see in the 3-point contest now? Let's shift over to the 3-point contest.
Who's a good 3-point shooter? The underrated 3-point shooter.
I think in the day and age that we live in, we're lucky enough that all the good 3-point shooters have kind of been identified. But I want to see I believe his name's Keegan Murray, 13
Murray
on the
Kings.
Sacramento Kings. Yeah, because he's a volume shooter,
Sniper.
and I mean, what better for a volume shooter than to shoot fucking 33s in a row? But yeah, because he's one of those guys where if he's in a groove, he does not miss. So I think it could be similar to a Klay Thompson type thing, where he's not a main scorer on his team, but he's just a shooter.
Was Book in it this year?
Devin Booker?
I don't think so.
No,
I want to see Book in there.
Yeah, Devin
Tatum.
Booker, he's participated in it.
I think Tatum would be good in there.
I want to see Kevin Durant in one.
Yeah, he was in one way back in the day. He was kind of trash.
Yeah, but that was back in the day where his 3-point shooting percentage has only gone up over time.
Yeah.
So,
Clay, Giannis. You want to see Giannis in a 3-point contest?
I don't think anyone wants to see Giannis in a 3-point contest.
They should have a 3-point contest with the lowest percentage shooters in the league.
Bro, one year they had one where it was big men against guards. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I think that's when Towns went stupid, right? Like when he got when people started realizing oh, he can really shoot.
Yep, Karl Anthony Towns, DeMarcus Cousins, like there was a couple other like big men that could shoot that were out there. But yeah, that's when
Didn't
I think
he
won. I think that's the one he won. But I'm not sure. So yeah, 3-point contest wise, congratulations to Damian Lillard.
Yep.
I mean, he proved during the 3-point contest and during the All-Star game that he is one of the greatest shooters on this planet. But let's talk about the main attraction of the 3-point contest. Do you think Damian Lillard should join Stephen Curry as a team-up team to try and take down Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark next year?
I don't think Caitlin Clark is going to leave school this year. She's a junior, right?
No. This is her 4th year. Bro, if she was a junior and she had already broken
Yeah, she got to be a junior because she's younger than Angel Reese. Angel Reese is about to graduate.
So?
I think she's younger.
I was 1 year. I was 1 year and
like
3 months.
Like a year behind type. I think. I don't know.
But I mean, if she is a junior, then she is undoubtedly the greatest basketball player when it comes to college in the history of the sport. Because how you break the record for scoring, men's and women's, she's 107 points away from Pete Maravich. From his record, from the men's NCAA record for most points scored in the history.
In like 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games, bro. Can you imagine having a whole other season? That would be insane. I think she's a senior. But yeah,
I don't think that's necessary though to have that. Her and I think they should do something with the WNBA, but I don't think it should be that.
What are they gonna do? A dunk contest?
Yeah, okay.
I'm serious, bro. You just shot down the best idea because a skills challenge wouldn't be fair. Just
Why
because,
not? Why not?
Because it's a timed skills challenge,
NBA
bro.
don't even take that shit serious.
Yeah, I mean, if Anthony Edwards is shooting left-handed and Tyrese Maxey
But we've seen
loses
people,
a foot next year, maybe they could win. But like, bro, come on.
we've seen NBA dudes do the skills competition and shit the bed. It's possible for the WNBA to beat them in a skills challenge. It's
Yeah, if
literally
Scotty Barnes
skills.
loses the ball, like
It's skills. It's it's basics. It's dribbling and you know, passing, shooting. It's not that hard. It's not dunking.
I just want to say I've never heard anyone be like, bro, remember that year I beat you in the skills challenge? I'm clearly a more skillful basketball player than you. But if you beat someone in the 3-point contest, you can literally just walk up to them and be like, I'm a better shooter than you.
Not really.
How?
That don't really matter. You was better than me tonight.
Bro, I can guarantee you that
if he would have won, so if she would have won this year and then they ran it back next year and Steph killed her the next year, he's a better shooter now?
yeah, absolutely. If you're yeah.
But it's 1-1.
No, the list is fluid.
Okay.
I never thought I would say that. But the list is fluid, my friend.
And she shot with a girl ball too.
Well, yeah, she shot with the ball she's been paid to shoot with for the past few years. I think that's normal. You should always work with the equipment you know how. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, yeah.
Shout out to the WNBA, bro.
Shout out to Sabrina. I mean, she proved that she is in that same breath as I put Damian Lillard as one of the greatest shooters on this planet. There's absolutely no shame in not beating Stephen Curry in a 3-point contest. I mean, dude's really fucking good at his job.
Yeah.
So yeah. You want to talk about the skills challenge or not? I don't want to talk about the skills challenge, bro. I mean,
the Pacers was the only ones that went hard. They just,
they had the course literally lit up in LEDs on the ground and people were taking the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's not taken seriously enough for people to, for it to be enjoyable, for it to be an enjoyable thing to watch.
People think they should add a 1v1 tournament to the All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, I'm people.
What does that do?
I'm for it.
What is that for? Like,
the same thing I just told you with the same thing I just told you with the 3-point contest. If I beat you 1-on-1 in front of the whole world with cameras, and then you go say I'm better than him, people can point to that, be like, no,
and see you
are not.
See, that's the thing. You're not gonna see the players you want to see. You're gonna have a whole bunch of role players playing 1-on-1. They're gonna be like, okay, who cares? Eric Gordon just beat PJ Tucker 1-on-1. Like, who cares? You're not gonna see LeBron versus KD. You're not gonna see
have it be cash prize. Well, I guess it's all everything goes to charity. It's the All-Star game. Cash prize. I don't care. Cash and double the prize. You double it. You make whatever you give into charity, you also give to the person.
It just won't be competitive. It's gonna be just like the All-Star game. It's not gonna be competitive.
You don't think? I mean, I'm just telling you, bro. If I go up to Luka Doncic and I tell him, "Hey, Luka, the fans and the NBA, they really want you to participate in this 1-on-1 contest," and he goes, "Nah, not really." You think if I look him dead in the eyes and I say, "Luka, Devin Booker is participating," he's not immediately hopping on that? Like, there's a few rivalries in there.
Maybe, but still.
And there's some non-superstar rivalries out there. Like,
like Grant Williams and Jimmy Butler.
There you go. Yeah, it doesn't have to be superstar and superstar. Like, I mean, come on. Grant Williams, all he wants to do is prove the world that he can shut anyone down. And Jimmy Butler, I mean, he just wants to prove that he can't get stopped by no bum, in his words. And
Pat Bev versus everybody in the NBA.
Literally any guard that has ever touched a basketball. Yeah. The crazy part is he probably go get in their head, bro. I got Pat.
Yes. Yeah.
Because how you about to win if you got three broken ankles, and you can't find the ball because every single time that you try and go in between your legs, there's a Pat Bev right there.
Yeah. And then he chatting your ear off every second. Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all going to 21, bro, you don't even want to possess the ball 20 times.
Nope.
Like, you just don't.
Dang, I want to hoop now.
Hey, we can have a little hoop session after this. No worries, my friend. So yeah, one-on-one contest, that would be something that I would like to see. Something else that I would like to see is with the success that it was during this Rising Stars challenge, I would really like to see them implement a score goal.
Higher.
Higher than 40. Yeah. Make it exactly 40. Yeah, the score goal should be 40, but not for the whole game. It's just the fourth quarter. And so like that would be a mixture of what we've been doing the past few years and what we are doing now. It would still be East versus West. And now you still get to have your fun. Like the score would still be shown, right? You'd still add up all the points. But now when it comes to the fourth quarter, you got to score 40 points. First person to score 40 points in the fourth quarter wins. And I also think that there should be a little bit of incentive to boost the competitiveness. I've always been a person that thought that they should do who wins All-Star game gets home court advantage in NBA Finals.
What is that? Like the conference?
Because think about, that conference gets it. Because think about it, if you're an all-star starter, right? Chances are you are on a championship quality team and you are the best player on that team. Therefore, what do you want once it comes around to June? You want that home court advantage.
All right. So what if? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say Miami, but Bam is a all-star. But
you don't know who's going to be in the finals, though. That's the thing.
Exactly. So what if it's a team that just so happens to not have an all-star?
Then that would be the 2004 Detroit Pistons. I believe that's the only time that ever happened.
That's crazy.
And maybe it happened another time, pre-merger. But I mean, not even, because All-Star Game would always happen in the ABA. That's their thing that they brought over. They brought over all the cool shit: dunking, All-Star Game, cheerleaders. There was no cheerleaders in the NBA, but now we got that shit.
Thank you, ABA.
Thank you, ABA, for the cheerleaders. Yeah, so I just think that would add a little bit of competitiveness because, like, yeah. I mean, there is a chance that, yeah, sure, there are some people who can, like, let's say last year, Anthony Edwards, first-time All-Star. He can look at the schedule and be like, damn, like, we're going to be in 8th place, 9th place, 10th place. We might not even make the playoffs. And they eventually did make it, but what if he had just, like, been like, yeah, I don't need home court advantage. I'm not going to even be in the finals, so I don't really care. Yeah, there's going to be a couple guys like that, but I think a majority rules here, and there's a lot of people in the All-Star game that are trying to win that championship every single year. So, I don't know. That would add to something. But yeah, let's congratulate the Eastern All-Star and Damian Lillard. 211 points over the Western All-Star, 186 points. I want to say the Western All-Star and, I was going to say LeBron James because he's the captain. But I guess it's going to be the Western All-Stars and Karl Anthony Towns with a 50-piece. I mean, probably the most impressive, like, efficiency-wise on that Western team is probably Shea. Shea with 31 points, 12 of 16. No free throws, obviously. Literally, we can count on one hand. There was 5 free throws shot this whole entire game. So, so what do you think was the reason for the East taking over?
Shooters.
Better shooters? Those are beautiful. We need to create those and put those on one of these pads over here. But yeah, no, I see exactly what you're saying. I'm looking up and down. Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Halliburton,
as a team, 42
Brunson, Young, Maxey, Mitchell. Yeah, no,
the Eastern Conference shot 42 for 97. The West shot what as a team?
The West shot what?
They shot 25 for 71 from three.
Yeah, there you go.
35% against
71
40,
threes,
43.
97 threes. That is crazy. Yeah, and when you're looking at that number of threes, 10% is an insane amount, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just because 10% of 100 is literally 10 more threes, that's 30 points right there. Yeah. Yeah, so 3-pointers. I think it was the lack of defense. No, I'm just kidding.
I think maybe it's also the threes, and then the East, they're just fast. They just play fast. Everybody plays fast on that team. They come down, they get to their spot, and pull up. And then you got the West. It's kind of like old heads, or not old heads, but just like more slow-paced basketball, you know. Give it to me, you know, dribble.
Right.
Get to that spot. I'm going to shake you.
Right.
Around.
Like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, those guys aren't going to be like shooting transition 3-pointers in the way that, you know, that Lillard would, Tyrese would.
Yeah, I don't think
kind of stuff.
I don't think the West was as excited for this game. Well, not excited, but I don't think they cared about winning that much. I think there was more of like, all right, let's just have a good time. The East was on like, okay, everybody trying to get MVP.
Bro, except for Tyrese Halliburton, that's the only person who was like, I don't care if it's the All-Star game, I'm not going to stop passing, which is very Magic Johnson of him.
Yeah.
Because if you remember Magic Johnson, like, he had the game where he won the MVP, but that's because, like, you know, he had AIDS and everyone wanted him to shoot. But with Tyrese, like, he literally was like, yeah, let me spark 5 out of my first 6 3-pointers, 5 in a row, 15 points in, I believe there was 6 minutes left in the first quarter. And then he was in assist mode, bro. Like,
yeah, like
I mean,
5 in a row, right?
Well, yeah, his first 5 3-pointers were all in a row. And then he missed his 6th attempt, which was probably one of the crazier attempts that I've ever seen.
Why Trae Young got the least amount of minutes?
What do you mean? Why does Trae Young have the least amount of minutes? I don't know.
He look, he should have played more.
Over who? Who you putting? I guess it's
Bam.
an all-star game, bro. So you gotta have Banchero in there, Duncan. Gotta have Scotty Barnes okay, maybe played over Scotty Barnes.
Bam started. He only played 17 minutes.
Yeah, but that happens in the All-Star game. Like if you look at the LeBron James with 14 minutes, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard.
LeBron's hurt. LeBron wasn't even really supposed to be playing. He has an ankle injury.
Yeah, can we talk about how the Clippers, they be load managing even during the All-Star game? Because I'm looking right here.
Crazy.
Paul George and Kawhi Leonard each had 10 minutes.
And them 10 minutes was probably together. I forgot Kawhi was even in the All-Star game, bro.
Yeah, Paul George had a couple plays. He had the one bounce it off the ground pass to LeBron James in transition for a nice dunk. But yeah, you can really see All-Star game is really where you have the younger players just thrive. You know, you want those guys running and dunking around. And then you want the 3-point shooters to take the deep 3-point shots, the way that Steph and Dame were.
It looked like Shea and Towns the only ones took it serious.
Yeah, literally. I mean, even when you look at just straight up the shot attempts.
Yep.
Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry really wanted to win because you could tell in the second half he was trying, because he was not only taking deep threes, but as soon as any type of anything happened where there was a movement and one of his guys went free to the basket, he was in assist mode too.
But they wasn't passing him the ball. That's the problem. But he did have 8 assists though. He was passing it.
Oh yeah. No,
but they wasn't passing it to him because it was a lot of time. Even Draymond, if you watch the if you watch the casting with Draymond, because they had another broadcast with Draymond and what was the girl name? I forgot her name, but he was like, yeah, you see Curry, you see Steph open in the corner, I would have made that pass. I'm like, yeah, he is wide open a lot.
But that's a guy who plays on a team where all eyes are always on Steph. This is the All-Star game now. You can get a little starstruck if you're a second time All-Star. Let's say you're Anthony Edwards and you're dribbling down the court, and you're looking at LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, and Steph Curry. Like sometimes it happens that you don't pass it to Steph. You just pass it to one of the other MVP winners.
Yeah,
it's the way it is.
But none of them was playing for real. Besides KD, KD was playing defense. He was trying to actually lock people up.
Steph was playing defense. He blocked Banchero.
Yep.
And he there was some steal action going on too.
A lot of steals. I think that happens a lot though, because people throw careless passes.
Yeah. Not for sure.
A lot of full court passes.
Right. The people like to cherry pick in the All-Star game because there's no better way to get a highlight worthy dunk where no one's really blocking your way than cherry picking.
This man ain't have 4.
For what? Oh, 4 steals?
Points.
4 points? Wait. Anthony Edwards, 4 points, 2 of 3 shooting. Yeah, well, you only take 3 shots in the All-Star game. That's kind of what happens. But he was in one of those scenarios where he saw that his boy Cat was cooking, I think, too. So
Cat, 35 shots is insane. But I feel you. So All-Star game, go for it.
Yeah, but 35 shots, 50. That's pretty efficient. Imagine if he had done like Kobe and taken 50 shots.
He would have had 102. They would have scored 300 as a team.
They would have scored 300 as a team. That would have been crazy. So yeah. So now that we've seen kind of how these teams match up, how do you think this paints the picture for the rest of the season, like East and West wise?
Like I said, somebody, I think it might have been you. You called me crazy. I said I think championship might be going to the East this year.
No, I wouldn't call you crazy. Absolutely not. I'd still say that Boston Celtics are one of the favorites in the NBA of winning the championship. So
as long as they can stay healthy, yes. The Boston Celtics and who else is fire in the East that I believe?
New York Knicks and Milwaukee Bucks.
Bro, the Bucks are a very first or second round exit this year. They don't got it together.
Probably to the Miami Heat.
They don't got it together this year. Miami's a sleeper. They could make it to the finals again. The Knicks, if they can stay healthy, hopefully Randall come back soon and OG get back soon. They can get back in their groove. Jalen Brunson been playing like an MVP. He's showing. Shout
out to Jalen Brunson. Small guards that get it done in the NBA.
Yep.
It's a rarity, and to see it happen on one of the biggest stages. MSG. Playing every single night at MSG is tough because if you don't deliver night in, night out, the boos can let you hear it. Yeah, the boos can come raining in real quick.
They gonna let you hear it, bro. There's times where like you can get an MVP chant and get booed in the same game.
In the same game,
same, bro. Like they don't play out there.
And don't try going in that arena if your hair doesn't look immaculate.
Yo.
I don't know why I thought Trae Young should catch a stray right there, but my bad, Trae. They'll find something about you and just point it out, make fun of you, and they're one of those crowds. It's those guys and the Celtics. It's always teams in the East. Are they just pissed that they don't be winning?
I guess so. I think that's what it is.
Cleveland apparently, back Sixers. In the day, they used to be kind of dicks to the Bulls and Joakim Noah.
Yo, I think the Warriors gonna turn their season around a little bit.
So you think, because I think Klay's been trending in the right direction as we approach All-Star.
I think if they move Klay to the bench, cut his money, and go get some more pieces, they'll be fine. They'll be right back. They'll be right back in dynasty mode.
Cut. What do you mean by cut his money?
He wants more money.
Yeah.
He's damn near about to get traded.
I don't think they gave it to him though. I
Yeah,
think,
but he's gonna get another contract. He's just not gonna get nowhere near what he thinks he deserves, right? So give him less money. I say pay Kuminga, not too much, cause he's still, pay Kuminga and then go get you some pieces. Like, what you think they need? Like another big man, like an actual big. Or I think they're cool with Looney. They probably need to get another shooting guard, or maybe get rid of Chris Paul. Cause why would you even grab him in the first place?
So who'd you get rid of Chris Paul for then?
A shooting guard, and let Clay run the bench, or maybe you can keep Chris Paul and let him run the second unit. Cause people were saying, oh, the point of Chris Paul is to like take the ball out of Curry's hands, so Curry don't have. Cause Curry is very good, like moving without the ball and getting himself open without the ball. Like he's probably the best in the NBA at that. But I just think he's kind of useless on the court at times. Like there's a lot of games where he ends with what Charles Barkley would call triple singles. Like what use are you? Like why are you on the court, bro?
No, I see what you're saying. I mean, he is averaging, we'll call it a career low. He hasn't scored this low since his sophomore season. His second year in the league, he was scoring 16. He's at 17.3. I mean, what we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks, though, past couple of weeks before All-Star break has been pretty good. If you can get that back up to 20, if you're scoring 20 off the bench, you're good. You're a valuable piece that can find a home somewhere else if it doesn't work out with Golden State.
Yeah, I think on another team, he'll probably be like what they thought Jordan Poole was going to be on the Wizards. I think he would be something like that. If he had like his own team. I feel like they low-key traded. They shouldn't have never traded Jordan Poole. He was fine where he was at.
Yeah,
they high-key would not even be in this situation that they're in right now if they had Jordan Poole.
But you see, here's the problem. He's not even the first option on his team, right? And he's shooting his career low from three-pointer.
That's okay when you're the fourth option.
No, it's not, because you're not even that doesn't make sense.
That's okay when you're a fourth and you're coming off the bench and you're that's fine. Shoot it up. He was doing that on the Warriors.
No, because you are a fourth option, therefore you do not take many shots a game, right?
That's okay. He's gonna. So
if you don't take many shots a game and you make a low percentage of that not many shots, that equals to not a lot of points. Period. That's how the math of it works.
They don't need him to score a lot. They just need him to hold it down in between times when the players that's supposed to be playing great aren't playing so great. He's not like
Wiggins. I think Wiggins is the problem.
They relying on him too much in Washington. The money got to his head.
Mm-hmm.
He needs vets around him. You got him playing with Kyle Kuzma, bro. Kyle Kuzma don't give a damn about nothing but him.
He's the Michael Porter Jr. of his team.
In all honesty, they really got the same mindset. I got my ring. I'm good.
Kuzma got a ring?
Yeah. With the Lakers, right? With LeBron. And
was he on that squad?
Was he like third? Yeah, Kuzma has a ring, bro.
Wow. Props to Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the Warriors. That's interesting. I think the Dallas Mavericks. We talked about them on our pre-All-Star episode with those
trades.
Trade deadline trades. Yep, exactly.
Those were some good trades. Who did they get? PJ Washington and who was the other one? The big man, Gafford. Gafford leads the league in field goal percentage. So that's good. Luka got another guy.
He's leading the league in fucking hustling all over the court is what the hell he's doing. Because I saw that man literally like, I don't know if it was a block, a deflection. He affected a shot. He was the first. He literally like was the guy who scored the transition points because he was the first guy to be in the paint on the other side, starting from his own paint. Like, dude, literally just is willing to do what needs to be done. And plus understanding that you're on a team with Luka, he's not looking for the ball. He's just looking to, if no one is, if some people are focusing on Luka and there's no one on me, I'm running to the rim because Luka can find you. Period. So that's why I like the Mavericks. Long story short. Plus, add Kyrie to the mix.
Yeah, but Kyrie has to take care of himself.
He's taking great care of himself. Phenomenal care. I mean, have you seen the man? He's in great shape.
Search up how many games he's played. What we done played like 50 games by now? Kyrie's probably
half 42, I would say.
I'm
probably
sure Kyrie's
47.
I'm sure Kyrie's played half of those. Though, if he stays cool for the rest of the season, he'll be probably rested up because he wasn't an all-star. He missed a lot of games. So if he can just stay in shape and stay healthy by that time, is this is soon? Is that tomorrow?
The 22nd would be
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Or in 2 days, yep.
That's going to be a good game.
Yep, so he's talking about the Suns Mavericks is coming up. Yeah, that will be a good game. But I was just looking up some Kyrie Irving statistics because what are we looking for?
33
we are looking
games
for
played. Go down. He has 33 games played out of. How many games have the Mavericks played this season?
Probably 45, I would say.
He's missed a lot of games.
Let me see standings for the Dallas Mavericks. Man, that's a good question. Where can I find this stuff? Aha, I found it. They played 55 games.
55. So he played a little bit more than half of the games.
Okay. Yeah, he's not going to be eligible for any kind of a first team or of all NBA selection. I don't think he's going to make that 65.
No. Plus, if they have a high record and if they clinch towards the end of the year, him and Luka are going to sit a lot of games.
But I don't think they're clinching though. That's the thing, because if you look at the Western Conference, they're in the play-in right now, and you don't want to not be there when other teams are making a push.
So, do you think Minnesota's gonna clinch? Do you think these top 3 teams right here are gonna? I think LA is gonna end up in first place by the end of this season.
Yeah, no, the top 4 teams are all making the playoffs for sure. No play-in tournament whatsoever.
So, do you think they're gonna clinch though, or they just gonna make it?
What do you mean? They're clinching. Like, it's guaranteed, where there's nothing you can do, where no matter if you win or lose the next X number of games. You
got it. You in that spot.
Yeah, no, all 4 teams are going to clinch it by a time like there's like 5 or 6 games left. It's literally going to be.
What you think going to be 1 through 6?
1 through 6
for the West.
For the Western Conference, in order.
Yeah, 1 through 6.
I think it's going to be Oklahoma City Thunder. I think it's going to be the LA Clippers. Only reason why I don't put them in first is because of they're going to, similar to Kyrie and Luka, I think, rest their players as they get closer to the playoffs and they realize that they have that home court advantage locked down, that first 4 spots locked down. So OKC 1, Los Angeles Clippers 2, Minnesota Timberwolves 3. Denver Nuggets at 4. Dallas Mavericks at 5. Phoenix Suns at 6. And yeah. Actually, make that the Sacramento Kings at 6. I don't think the Suns.
What? You don't put the Kings in the play-in? I put the Kings at 10.
Put the Kings at 10?
Bro, have you been
I got Los Angeles at 10.
Have you been watching them lately? Like, I've been watching their games lately, and they don't look like how they supposed to, bro.
Oh, I don't think you understand. I think De'Aaron Fox is going to be in the MVP conversation by the time this is all said and done.
I mean, that's even Sabonis could be in that conversation, but as a team, they're not doing what they haven't been getting it done.
Well,
They getting paid. They getting paid, boy.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Nah, De'Aaron's in. Yeah, he's assistant. He's making a hella points. He's in top 10 in scoring. I mean, shit. Yeah. Nah, it's gonna be interesting. No, I think the Kings got this, bro. I think they got this.
I'm gonna put LA at 1. I put Timberwolves 2, Denver 3, OKC 4. It's gonna be very close. But Phoenix probably gonna stay in at 5. I just don't see them being like. I think they'll be healthy going into the playoffs, but I think some I don't know. I think Beal is hurt right now, so it's gonna be they're gonna stay right where they at 5, but they'll go into the playoffs healthy. Pelicans, I'm sorry, but y'all might gonna end up in the play-in because the Warriors coming. The Warriors, I put Warriors at 6. I put LA at 9. Put Sacramento at 10. Dallas at 7.
Okay.
Dallas and
I like that you have the Timberwolves still high up on that list.
oh, the Timberwolves gonna finish the season out strong.
I think the Nuggets are gonna stick around 4 because I mean, they know they can win anywhere. They don't need the home court advantage in the Eastern Conference Finals. They don't, they want home. They can, out of 7 games, they feel very confident about against anyone. They're reigning champs. For goodness sake, I mean I think they're probably the least worried about their position right now. The Denver Nuggets are.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can see OKC competing in the playoffs, but I don't see them winning any playoff series.
So let's say they're where you had them at the 3.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean
They'd be
7, 6. They'd be playing the 6.
6 in my 4, yeah.
Yep,
So
5 and 4 play 6
Warriors.
and 3.
That mean they would be either in if we're going by mine, they would be either seeing Phoenix or the Warriors. Depending on if Phoenix was 4 or 5, 5 or 6, or if the Warriors was 5 or 6. So I don't see them beating.
I don't
Phoenix
see anyone on the Warriors
games.
stopping Shea.
I don't see them beating either of those teams in a 7-game series.
I don't see anyone. Facts. I think the Timberwolves beat the Thunder if they meet each other in the playoffs. You're
Hell
right.
yeah.
You're right. I think they
They have the
beat. I
best
think they
defense
beat
in the
the
league.
out of the people that are in that top 10 right now. I think they could beat the Pelicans, and I think they could beat.
You got
I think they could beat the Mavericks. Maybe.
who? The Thunder.
Yeah, I'm still talking about OKC. I really like Shea. I just think Shea is really good at the game.
I think they could beat Dallas too. I think they can beat the Kings. I think they could beat the Lakers.
Got you. Man.
But you really got to think about it though, because this is a team that hasn't been to the playoffs since Westbrook left. Right?
OKC?
Yeah, right.
No, they made it with Chris Paul.
Since then, they haven't been to the playoffs since Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
And now
Chris Paul's been on like 4 teams since then.
you got Shea, who don't really have much playoff experience, who is now playing against a team who, if we're talking about Phoenix and Warriors, a team with players who have plenty of playoff experience. You have to play 7 games against a team with a great coach and great players who are adjusting to your game plan every single game. So you can't do the same thing you've been doing the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
The intensity picks up. Everything picks up in the playoffs.
But, well, I guess it depends on the coach you're playing. You got to play, because if you're playing against a coach that can't
Adjust.
Yeah, adjust to that. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see the matchups that come up. And, yeah, I'll have to write down the predictions that we just made, and we'll look at them as we get closer and closer to this All-Star or to this playoff.
When we going to start doing predictions for awards?
Award predictions?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, simple as that. As soon as the first team has played its 65th game.
Cool.
Because you got to play 65 games to be eligible.
We close.
So, I'm assuming everyone has missed a game or 2 there. So no single player will be at 65. But once the first team plays its 65th game, we are close enough to start evaluating that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
We're like 2 weeks away, or like a month.
10 games away, basically.
A month tops.
Yep. But that's definitely some stuff that's going to be coming up on this channel, so y'all going to have to keep an eye out for that. But thank you so much for tuning in to this All-Star special. Yeah, we got the second half of the NBA season coming in hot, and we are ready to deliver it all to you and let y'all know who balls out. So, yeah, have a go on. Peace.